So before we sit, our request to the ministry. We have approximately 1,500 micro, small, and medium enterprises that will congregate from all the member states in Burundi during this event. And Kenya in particular targets to take at least 300 MSMEs to exhibit, to sell their products, to create linkages with their peers, and to learn in that market. CS, I want to give you assurance that this particular organization is cognizant of the key priority sectors that the Kenya Kwanza government is prioritizing for economic development under the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. And I do not want CS to get into your space by engaging in a lot of discussion on this, but allow me to mention that there are several key benefits that we do anticipate from this particular participation. Experience has shown us, CS, that this exhibition has been providing a great opportunity to expose MSMEs to export trend at the regional level, thereby preparing them for other markets beyond the East African region. And Bwana CS, we are really grateful to His Excellency the President and the entire government leadership, because it is clear that we have a coordinated approach towards MSME support. All the government agencies that you've heard mentioned here, be they regulators, be they facilitators, are all well aligned towards the support of Kenya's participation to make the work easier for the MSMEs. And CS, we will be requesting that this committee's work, after the expiry of their mandate, will also form a strong anchor for policy review where necessary to mainstream the participation of the MSMEs, not just in trade fairs, but to ensure that they are well placed to play their part in the regional market. The fair CS has facilitated regional integration. We have been able to demystify cross-border trade for the small business community, and we believe that this is another great opportunity for us. CS, after last year's exhibition, we are confident and we are happy to note that several MSME players were able, especially in the processed agricultural commodities value chain, to get markets and linkages that have been important for them. CS, I don't want to continue. I only want to really appreciate the key stakeholders that are here. My brother from the chamber, who have pledged to be a key partner this time round. We have the Kenya Association of Manufacturers. They are well represented here. We have the Federation of Juakali. We have Kenya National Hawkers Association. We have SIMSO East Africa and many other business membership organizations that will play a key role in identifying quality exhibitors across diverse sectors of our economy. CS, we have received a lot of support from all the CEOs and the leadership of the government institutions that will play a part in this.
The board has been actively diversifying in terms of strategy to elevate Kenya's position, which naturally has taken its own life. If you look at the last 3 events that I've attended, Kenya has done very well in terms of the quality of the exhibitors and the products they bring to the market. Have we done enough? And my answer is no, we haven't done enough, but we can do better. However, compared to the rest of the countries around, I think our presence really signifies a country that is sitting on a high trajectory to really industrializing as soon as possible. And over the years, Kenya has taken the lead. If you look at the SMEs that exhibit, the people who bring products to the trade fairs, they are always the biggest numbers from Kenya, and the quality that we take is very different from what the other countries do, and that's why we pay great attention to this, because it's a big opportunity for our SMEs whenever this event happens. Bwana Waziri, I must also recognize and appreciate the effort that the committee played last year, led by our CEO and the rest of the team players. And this continues to draw a lot of interest. And you can see now we have been joined by all the other players. And I remember Kenya National Chamber last year, Patrick came to Kampala and he wasn't sure exactly what goes on, but I can see this year at this stage, then we can only expect more people and more participation from the chamber. And to achieve the sort of expectation that we intend to achieve, we have, through the Office of the CEO, established KPIs that will be looked at so that we are able to identify the products and be able to gauge how well our products are doing in the East African market. And these indicators then will help us also to monitor and evaluate the success rate of this event.
Since its inception, the annual East Africa Community Exhibition has brought together MSMEs from the then East Africa 6 partner nations and now 7 with the joining by Democratic Republic of Congo to expand their reach into new markets, share new technologies, and strengthen new regional integration. This can be attributed to the relatively harmonious relationship enjoyed by member states, which was recognized in 2019 Africa Regional Integration Index published by the African Union, the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, and the African Development Bank, where the East Africa community was ranked the best integrated among the 8 regional blocks communities in Africa across the 5 criteria: free movement of people, trade, productive capacity, infrastructure, and macroeconomic. Importantly, the East African community expanded market size to 300 million people. That is the total combined population of the 7 East African community countries is 300 million. It stretches from coast to coast and has a combined GDP of US dollars 250 million as a result of the recent entry by Democratic Republic of Congo. It adds significant impetus to the push to increase intra-East Africa trade, especially given the East Africa region now stretches from the Indian Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean, making it a competitive and easy to access the larger Africa Continental Free Trade, EAFCFTA. The implementation of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area is expected to enhance the competitiveness of the industry and enterprise level through the exploitation of opportunities for production at scale, continental market access, and better reallocation of resources. The adoption of EAC Customs Union has also significantly increased the volume of commerce between Kenya and other member countries. Burundi is a new market with immense unexploited opportunities, and I encourage Kenyan MSMEs to take advantage of the excellent relation between the two countries to establish a foothold and exploit the emerging opportunities in terms of trade and investment. Possible areas of investment and market penetration include agro-processing, education, health, medical, finance, banking, energy, light manufacturing, and construction industry. Burundi is also a regional hub and an entry point to Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo and the hinterland to the Greater Central Africa Union, thus an indicator of potentially fast markets that Kenyan exports can fully exploit. And to address and to support the MSMEs, the government identified 2 challenges in MSME sector. One is access to affordable credit, affordable financial services. And that's why you saw us come up with the ASLA Fund. As we speak today, there is a Kenyan who has borrowed 1,309 times and has been able to access 4.5 million shillings. As we speak today, there is a Kenyan who has saved 600,000 shillings under the ASLA Fund. There are 981 Kenyans who have borrowed more than 20 times. It means then, and we have more than 3.8 million Kenyans who have borrowed more than 7 times. It means, therefore, that the ASLA Fund is addressing the needs, the daily needs of the people. That is an intervention government took. The second problem and issue that we saw is aggregation and facilitating access to markets. This journey today to Burundi is one such intervention by government. Government will facilitate those who will succeed in vetting, through vetting, to go to Burundi. Transportation of their wares, clearing of their goods, and traveling to the movement of those goods to Burundi as a way of enabling the MSMEs to access those external markets. We believe if you can succeed in Burundi, if you succeeded in Uganda last year, and in the next market, we believe by the third and fourth, you should be able to stand on your own feet. You should have gained enough strength to be able to build on the lessons, the exposure, and the experience that you got. So those are the two interventions. But more so, we still have other financial services within the ministry. The WESO Fund is also helping and supporting women and young people groups at a single-digit interest rates. We also have the Kenya Industrial Estates. For those who have graduated to MSME level, they can access up to 20 million shillings from Kenya Industrial Estates. And then we have also the Youth Enterprise Fund has also been supporting our young people up to beginning from 100,000 shillings. So all these funds are affirmative funds intended to promote MSMEs in Kenya. So this move is a logical step in coordinated government efforts under the bottom-up economic transformation agenda to support MSMEs. Financing through WESO, financial inclusion, KI, and even Youth Enterprises Development Fund. As we speak today, we have entered into a new arrangement with the World Bank, Kenya Jobs and Employment Opportunities Transformation, a $150 million investment by the World Bank, again to promote the MSMEs. We are also engaged with the Nyota as in discussion with the World Bank. We've just signed in with KFW a 2.7 billion program through KIE. All these are efforts by the ministry and government to support micro small enterprises. So I want to challenge Kenyans to come forward. We work together, we support each other, we hold their hands, lift them up from the bottom going up. We have also infrastructural support. The CIDCs in Kenya are almost complete. The CAIPs, the County Aggregation Integration Programs, are also ongoing. The ports are being upgraded and formation of cooperatives. So the small enterprises can be aggregated. And now that we have our own standalone ministry, we can aggregate these MSMEs in the Ministry of Cooperatives. Then they have elaborate business development services under various government agencies, again, KIE, Youth Enterprises Development Fund, MSA, and KIOP. The product development through KIRDI, KIE, KEPS, KEPROPA, and cooperatives is also business in work in progress. So we are calling for formalization we are calling for MSMEs to grow, to move, transition from below, from under, from micro to to medium and small enterprises.